Modernism and postmodernism are two of the most influential intellectual and artistic movements of the last 2 centuries. Modernism, born out of a desire for progress and a belief in universal truths, shaped the way we think about art, architecture, literature, and society. Postmodernism, in contrast, arose as a response to modernism, challenging its assumptions and embracing complexity, ambiguity, and diversity. Today, we'll explore the origins, key features, and enduring impacts of these movements. Modernism emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries during a period of rapid industrialization, technological innovation, and social change. The Industrial Revolution transformed economies and societies, inspiring a belief in progress and human potential. At its core, modernism represented a break from tradition. Artists, writers, and architects rejected the ornate styles of the past in favor of bold, simplified forms. They sought to capture the spirit of a rapidly changing world. Key modernist thinkers, such as Sigmund Freud, Karl Marx, and Friedrich Nietzsche, challenged long-held beliefs about psychology, society, and religion. Their ideas fueled a new intellectual climate, one that celebrated innovation and questioned authority. Modernism was characterized by a belief in progress and universal truths. Its proponents believed that through reason, science, and art, humanity could achieve greater understanding and mastery of the world. In literature, modernism was marked by experimental techniques, such as stream-of-consciousness narratives seen in the works of Virginia Woolf and James Joyce. In architecture, figures like Le Corbusier embraced functionality and minimalism, creating buildings that were as efficient as they were beautiful. Visual arts saw a rejection of realism in favor of abstraction. Movements like Cubism, Futurism, and Surrealism reflected a world in flux, emphasizing fractured perspectives and dreamlike imagery. By the mid-20th century, the optimism of modernism began to wane. The horrors of World War I and II shattered faith in progress and human reason. How could a world that produced modern technology also give rise to such destruction? In the 1960s and 1970s, postmodernism emerged as a critique of modernism. Postmodernists argued that modernism's quest for universal truths was naive and oppressive. Instead, they celebrated diversity, skepticism, and the idea that truth is subjective. Postmodernism rejected the clean lines and rigid structures of modernism, embracing irony, playfulness, and eclecticism. It was not just an artistic movement, but also a philosophical and cultural shift. Postmodernism is characterized by its embrace of pluralism and relativity. Unlike modernism, which sought order and coherence, postmodernism celebrates fragmentation and ambiguity. In architecture, postmodernism abandoned the minimalist aesthetic of modernism. Architects like Michael Graves used whimsical forms and bold colors to challenge conventional ideas of design. In literature, postmodernism introduced self-referential and non-linear narratives. Authors like Thomas Pynchon and Italo Calvino blurred the lines between reality and fiction, reflecting the complexity of modern life. Visual arts saw the rise of pop art, with figures like Andy Warhol using mass culture and consumerism as subjects. Postmodern art often critiques the very systems it draws inspiration from. Postmodernism was deeply influenced by philosophers who questioned the foundations of knowledge and power. Michel Foucault examined how societal norms and institutions shape human behavior, emphasizing the role of power in defining truth. Jacques Derrida introduced the concept of deconstruction, a method of analyzing texts to reveal hidden biases and contradictions. Derrida argued that meaning is never fixed and always open to interpretation. Jean-François Lyotard, in his seminal work The Postmodern Condition, declared the end of grand narratives, universal stories that claim to explain everything, such as religion or progress. Instead, Lyotard championed local, individual stories. At their core, modernism and postmodernism represent opposing worldviews. Modernism is rooted in order, progress, and the search for universal truths. Postmodernism, by contrast, revels in chaos, diversity, and the rejection of absolutes. While modernism seeks to innovate within structures, postmodernism seeks to break those structures entirely. Modernists view art as a way to reflect truth, while postmodernists see art as a way to question truth itself. The legacy of modernism and postmodernism can still be felt today. Modernism's emphasis on minimalism and functionality continues to influence design and technology, while postmodernism's critique of power structures resonates in social movements and academic discourse. In the digital age, the lines between modernism and postmodernism blur. Social media, for example, reflects postmodernism's celebration of fragmentation and multiplicity, but technological advancements draw from modernism's belief in progress. Both movements remind us of the complexities of human thought. Modernism inspires us to strive for innovation, while postmodernism encourages us to question and critique the systems we create. Modernism and postmodernism are not just artistic or philosophical movements, they are ways of understanding the world. While they may seem like opposites, they are part of an ongoing dialogue about truth, progress, and human potential. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, their ideas remain as relevant as ever, challenging us to think critically and creatively.